Go! 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 Go, go, go! Go! Go, kids! Hey, everybody!
Hello!
Mark and Campbell. I'm a little off to the side here. Just gonna move that a little bit. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
I was talking to them, not you.
Oh.
I'm sorry. How are you doing, Campbell?
I'm doing pretty good.
How was your morning?
It was amazing.
Yeah? I saw Mom curling your hair this morning. You were trying to get some curls in
It
there.
didn't really work, but
It didn't
we
work?
tried.
That's too bad. Are you gonna, I hear tell you're gonna
Cutting it.
cut
Yes,
that.
I am. The plan is to do it this afternoon, but
And you think is that really gonna happen, you think?
yes.
You think it's gonna happen. So next time we see you on this show, you're gonna be
Short hair.
short hair? Alright. Are you ready for a little thing called what happened?
What happened last time?
And I guess it looks like you are. Tell us
Yes.
what happened last time. What did we do?
So last time, well, first we created this graph. Wait. Here, I'll show you using this. So,
If you go into this is
Oh, wait.
this is the first time we've seen this, but if you look in, I can show you. I think I know where you were trying to get to. You're trying to see what has changed.
yeah,
Right.
it's in Chrome, but I don't know what the URL is.
Yeah, we can do. You could. It is the URL is github.com/.
Oops.
Well, you know what? Hold on. Where you signed up as? It doesn't matter. It's right up in there. Visualizing vectors is what we were working on.
Yes.
So it's out at github.com/KidzCode1.
Yeah.
That's what we started working on.
And then you can do /visualizing vectors or the solar system.
Yeah, if you go back to source tree though, so source tree normally shows you what's changed, but if you checked everything in, it defaults to this history.
Yeah.
Right over here. Oh, you need some money. That's so unusual. I did not expect it. Wait, I need to document the money. Ah, what happened? All right, the money just left. So you've got history up here. Let me bring my mouse over for you. Just a second here. History is here. File status is normally what you see, but since there's nothing to commit, it'll default and show you this instead. When you're here, it shows you all of your check-ins, all of your pushes for the Visualizing Vectors project. And you can click on each individual one, and when you click on one of these, you're going to see the files down at the bottom that were part of that check-in. So if we get to this last one, we can see these are the last changes that we made. So
Yes.
We created the game logic for this. So let's, just for somebody who wasn't here, how would you explain it? What did we do?
So we made a 3D graph. We imported a cone from Blender, and then we made it so that the tip of the cone would always, when we pressed space, would be in a certain position depending on what we want it to be.
Exactly. So we don't have it pointing in the right direction,
No.
but no matter, it's always going to be pointing the same direction, but we've got a little dot at the right spot,
position.
a little sphere, and the tip of that cone is we're nailing that position. So there's our little test dot. You can see it right above
Yeah.
my head here. When Campbell runs the program, you should see it.
This
Oh,
is
he's
the
got to hit
prototype
space.
for the cone.
That's
Yes,
the-
when I
yeah.
hit space.
Wait, why is it out over there?
Oh, right, we changed it.
Did you move the cone model and not the cone?
No.
We changed it there.
So if we change these to 3,
2, 1.
2, and
I did not realize that.
1,
Okay,
then it should work.
cool. We
You should be
saved,
able to see.
and we're gonna run.
Did I save?
Yeah, I saw you save.
Oh, I did.
I said he saved.
I
He
didn't
saved.
realize.
He shoots, he scores. What do we got? Come on, there it is, right there.
So if we unmaximize, we can see in the scene view.
There you go.
It's bright. It's perfect.
So we did a good job. I'm gonna say we did a good job, Campbell.
Yes, I would say say so too.
That's not a bad
If
job.
I may say so myself.
All right, guess what I did, man?
What?
I got my pen tablet up and working because I want to draw some stuff. That's what I want to do. I'm going to switch over to my machine over here. We're going to kind of visualize where we're going with this. Also, bad news. Remember I was talking about how the universe was deterministic, Campbell?
Yeah?
Bad news. This website offers true random numbers. Oh no, with using quantum physics, the uncertainty. So essentially my theory up to this point is that the any uncertainty presented by quantum physics never leaked across into the physical world in a way that would significantly change events that would prevent the world, the universe, from being deterministic, as I was suggesting. Well, now what's happening is they're just leaking that from the quantum space world over into our world by allowing you to get random numbers from quantum physics. So we had a decision-making process that was triggered by this.
I was trying to get random numbers using code earlier, just to see if it would work, but then I couldn't get it to work in time.
Well, I can show you how to do it, and they're kind of pseudo-random numbers. It's like these random numbers are so random, they're not predictable. Which everything just blows away my whole theory. Everything goes away as of about today, right? Around this time. All right, so what are we trying to do? We want to get like a vector out in space. That's what we're looking to create, right? We want to draw that in 3D. We want it in 3D space, right? So let's just kind of remind ourselves we want to go in 3D. In 2D space, a vector would have a start position right here, where you would have like maybe, I'll say x0, comma, y0. We're in 2D space. And it would have a final position, which would be like maybe x1, comma, y1, right? And that's how it would work. It would have a length right in here, and length is specified by Pythagorean's theorem, which is, I'm just going to say p sub t, which is Pythagorean's theorem, which is, I'm going to do this, is equal to, it's going to say a squared
plus d squared
equals c squared. And in this case, your a is one of these sides, like from here to here, like that. It's one of those sides right there, and your b is the other distance up here. Whoops. B is up here. Let me just undo that there. I didn't like that line across the bottom. So your A goes across to here, and your B is going up here.
Would there be
And then your length is C, right? So your length is equal to the square root of, go ahead, what do you want to say, Campbell?
Would it be possible for there to be a 3D Pythagorean theorem or something similar to
Yeah, let's look at it. I'm going to do my best to try and draw this here. Do I have the ability to change pen colors here at all? It looks like I don't. It's just an on or off. Okay, so maybe there's a way to do it, but I just don't know how. Is there a right click on this thing? No color changing that I can see. There's probably a way to do it, but I don't know. Anyway, we'll do it all in black then. So let's go into 3D space for a second. Let me do my best to draw a three-dimensional shape. It's going to get, you know what, actually, let's do this. I want to duplicate this slide. Give me 1 second, Campbell, because I want to go onto a whole new slide. Looks like, oh, my pen's on the tablet. There we go. So let's duplicate this, and I just want to get really, I want to use as much space as I have available. Let me just get all these out of the way. Keep the 3D up there. Do I need this? Maybe not. Take that off. All right, so let's draw a big box here. Don't like that one. Can I get straight lines by holding the shift key down? Looks like I cannot. I didn't like that either. Okay, I gotta do this in pieces apparently. 1, 2, 3, and drop it down to here. Drop it across over to here. Okay, so now let's label these sides. I got an A here. We'll take the B, maybe this way. B goes like this. Oh my gosh!
Michael Johnny is in the house.
Hey, come over here, you're gonna get us all! Oh, Michael Jolly every time. Looks like one comfy pillow. It's supposed to be a box. Here's my A across here, right? And my C is gonna go up here this time. I'm gonna say C is this guy. All right, you with me?
Yes.
All right. So let's look at this only in 2 dimensions for now. And in 2 dimensions, God, I really want to change the color of this. Where's my ink color? Come on. Give me a second. I'm going to just see changing ink color in, if we can do this or not. Changing ink color in PowerPoint. What you got for me, Internet? Right click on the slide and choose pointer options. You can select the pen. That's during a slideshow. Is this going to be it? I'm thinking I annotate. 1%. The default ink color is red, but I prefer blue. Whoa, there's something down here. That's during a presentation now. Pen color can be changed with this setup shows options. Yeah, I don't know if that's really helping me. Please tell me this counts as a homeschool class for Campbell. It does. Doing great, by the way, champ. I think he's talking to me. He says I'm doing great. All right, we're going to stay with black. Sorry, kids. Try to get a different color in here. We'll figure this out maybe someday. All right, so we look at only 2 dimensions. We look at only the dimension that's touching the floor, right? You with me on that, Campbell?
Yeah.
I got a diagonal line that kind of comes across. I'm sorry. That should have been more diagonal looking. See that? That line comes across there, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll come in here and change this to D. And we're going to call this diagonal line C. All right, you with me?
Yeah.
What's the length of that? From there to there.
From where to where?
From C. What's the length of C?
Oh. It's a squared plus b squared.
Not quite.
Or no. A
C
squared. The square root of a squared plus b squared.
Square root. Exactly.
Sorry, it's just a bit confusing because it's not a fully straight line. So
yeah, I know. That's all my fault.
Even
the bald-bearded builder says I'm doing great, champ. All right, C is equal to the square root of a squared plus b squared. You agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. Now look at this. This is that diagonal line going across the bottom. That diagonal line and this line, what's the angle between the two of these? Should have said despite your teacher. Yeah. Nailed it. What's this angle here? Can you envision that? If we got the camera really low, right down here, what would that look like? If we got the camera right so it was even with this line and this back line, right? Wouldn't that line across? This is the back line here, right?
I'm not seeing what you're selecting because you're saying this line and
the dotted line, C. What's this the angle between? So this dotted line is flat in the bottom plane, right?
Yeah.
Right? So if we got the camera down so the center of the camera lens was right at the floor, this line would be hidden behind this line, and so would the back line, right? The back line would be hidden. This whole plane would look like a line.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Or you wouldn't be able to see it because there's nothing.
Right, it's right behind it. So when that's the case, this line's going straight up, right? What's the angle between this line and this line?
What is this? Ooh.
What's the angle between C and D? What is this angle right here?
90 degrees.
Ha! It's 90 degrees. Does Pythagorean's theorem work with 90-degree right angles?
Yeah.
Okay, so it does. So we know now that between, let me go to a new page. Hold on a sec. New page. Right? So we now know that the angle between C and D, I'm going to dotted line that C, so we see it here, right? That's C, and D, we know that's 90 degrees now.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's on the plane. Well, because it's 90 degrees, the distance from the end of C all the way up to D, that is, take a look at it. That distance is the distance we're trying to find. It's the distance across the diagonal, right? From this point here to this point back here. That diagonal is what we're trying to find. You see that, Campbell?
Yes.
Okay. So look. So that's the same. Whatever that diagonal is, we call it L, like the length. That's L right here. With me so far?
Yeah.
L is equal to what?
L is equal to c squared plus d squared, the square root of that.
Right. It's equal to c squared plus d squared because that's just Pythagorean's theorem. With me so far?
Yes. I'm
All right.
with you.
We know L is equal to that. Let's get to a new page here. Let's duplicate the slide. Come down over here. I'm going to remove all of this. I thought I could select more than that with that selection. How about that? There we go. Let's remove that. Let's take this, move it up. Okay. And what was C again? C's right there.
C, yes, C is.
Copy that, and we're going to put this over here.
Substitute it.
Yeah, we're going to use substitution. So C is equal to the square root of a squared plus b squared. Notice, by the way, that this isn't just C, this is C squared. So I could come down here and I can say, well, what's C squared? C squared is equal to, take the square root of this side, that's a squared plus b squared. And I can still use substitution. See that right there? That can be substituted for that, which means L in a three-dimensional space, the diagonal across a cube or any rectangular prism is equal to a squared plus b squared plus c squared.
Yeah, wait.
What do you mean, wait?
Yes!
See it? See it? Substitution, man. That's one of your best mathematical principal friends out there. All right, you with me so far?
Yes.
We know now how to figure out the length between 2 points in three-dimensional space, right? Using Pythagorean's theorem, right? Because that's all this is. This is a point in three-dimensional space, and this is another one. They have different coordinates. They're at different positions. They have different x, y's, and z's. And Pythagorean's theorem works. By the way, if one of these was 0, notice what happens. If one of these is 0, right? If one of these is 0, you just get, like, if C was 0, in other words, if we flatten it on the plane and we were only looking in 2 dimensions, you just get a squared plus b squared. Which means, what does this mean, Campbell, if we go to 4 dimensions? What's the equation for L?
Would it be a squared plus b squared plus c squared plus l squared?
Or, no, well, not L squared. I would give it a different letter because we've already got L on the left.
Sorry.
So you're close. A squared plus b
d squared.
plus c squared plus d squared. That's in 4 dimensions. That's Pythagorean's theorem in 4 dimensions. Right? If we can push it forward in 1, right, from second to third using Pythagorean's theorem, then it follows that we can push it from third to fourth using Pythagorean's theorem.
Yeah, and then fourth
right?
to fifth.
That's in 4D right there.
Fifth to sixth.
But guess who doesn't need 4D today? That's us. We're only working in 3D.
Only 3D.
This is us. Why do we need the L? Well, we need the L because of unity. Unity says, look, if we're gonna build the body of this with a cylinder, right? So we're gonna have a cylinder that's gonna, look a little bit like this, only with straight lines, and that's the worst cylinder I think I've ever made. But its center point in unity is the center of the cylinder. Does that make sense? Right? When we orient it, we tell it where its center is. So we need to figure out what its length is going to be from here to here, based on the distance between the 2 points that are going to define the vector.
We need your help.
Is anybody's mind blown yet?
Oh, yeah.
Totally. Especially when we started talking about going into fourth dimension.
Yeah, mine is blown.
Here. Oh, I am.
Hey, Dennis, K7, welcome. We're just figuring out how to create vectors in Unity. Chamber place where this is going. I don't understand chamber place where this is going. I'm not sure what that means. Okay, so we need to figure out, in order to make this as long as we need it to be, we need to first calculate the length using Pythagorean's theorem and then set its scale to match that length. Are you with me on that, Campbell, or does that need another explanation?
No, I'm with you.
You got that?
Yeah.
What's the other thing we need to set for this? In other words, because right now we've got this. Here's what we've got right now. We've got a point in 3D space, and we got a cone sticking at it right now. That's what we have now. What do we need to do to be able to get something that really looks real? Like what I'm talking about is something that maybe looks like this. If this was a vector with negative coordinates, we would want it to look like this in 3D space?
Well, we would need to be able to get it to rotate the cone.
Hold on, I want to write down what you're saying here.
And then
so you got
also
it.
creating a cylinder.
Give me 1 second here. So we need we need to be able to rotate. What did you say? Rotate what?
Rotate the cone so that it is facing the right direction.
Okay, we need to rotate the cone. What else?
We need to get a cylinder in there.
Okay, get a cylinder in there. Okay, tell me about that cylinder.
That is to make it look like it's an actual arrow.
Right.
So that it's.
So what are the properties? What are the properties we have to set on the cylinder? What are the things we have to determine and figure out for the cylinder?
Scale.
So how long?
Rotation.
Yeah,
And
scale
then position
or
will I
length.
think
Scale
remain the
/
same.
length.
Or yeah, I believe.
And
Wait,
then you
no.
said position.
No, not position. Rotation.
Okay.
Rotation, and I think.
Rotation.
Do we need position?
I'm going to say we need to know where its center point, position of its center.
Oh, right, because Unity doesn't. It's not at the edge; it's at the middle.
Right? So scale length, we already got the math for scale length. It's this guy right here. That's our scale length equation. We're gonna use that to get the scale length. Was that too quick, Campbell, or do you understand that and follow that?
Yes, I understand.
So in this case, A, B, and C, so this may not be clear. What are A, B, and C? So when I'm talking about A here,
They're lines. They're lengths.
right, but what we really have is this. Look at this. When I define my vector, I'm going to have over here x0, comma y0, comma z0. That's this point. And the other point is coming up here. This is going to be x1, comma y1, comma z1. That's this point. There's no cube or rectangular prism. There's just those 2 points. So how do we figure out A, B, and D in this case, or whatever we're going to do it as? How do we figure that out? In fact,
Well, we figure out the difference between x0 and x1, y0 and y1.
it's the delta. Exactly, Campbell. It's the delta, right? That's what A, B, and C are here. A, B, and C, looks like, oh yeah, there we go. I can delete that one. All right, I just want to kind of rename these again one more time because I really like the A, B, and C here. We'll call this diagonal D, like that, across there. Which means I kind of got to change this up a little bit just to make it work. L is equal to...
Wait, is there a way to move the C and the D? Because you can just move them.
Whoops. Yeah, I think I should be able to just grab this and move it. Put that there. And grab this one and move it and put it down there. And then maybe I can grab all that and move it down a little bit off the side. It's still true, right? We're still true. We've got that
Yeah,
D across
'cause
and the C up in the side.
Addition.
Okay? Whoops. All right, cool. So that looks cool. Exactly, Campbell. It's the deltas. So A is delta X, for example. B is delta Y, and C is delta Z.
Yeah.
Or whatever, our coordinate system is. Okay. So let's go back to our list of things. What do we need to do? We need to rotate the cone, get the cylinder in there, scale, length, rotation, position of the center. I think that's it. I think that's what it's it. We might also, optionally, set a color for both the cone and the cylinder. So the whole thing has a unique color and it changes for each one we build, I'm thinking.
There's a slight problem.
Yeah, what is it?
Or it's not a problem, but currently the vector is just in one direction. I feel like we might want to make it so that you can customize your vector. Or not like customize it, but...
Yeah, so let's go back to your code. Can we switch over to your machine?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at that. And go to the code over here. Let's see, look at here. This create vector, I just want to point out, it's not necessarily that the vector only, the problem isn't that the vector only goes in one direction, because you can make negative numbers for all of these and have it point anywhere, right? Or you can make negative numbers for some and others, right?
Or are you gonna make it, are we gonna use the randomness to give it a random vector?
No. It's actually on the bottom line there. You might want to scroll it up. 37, I've got a note here. So this is kind of what speaks to what you say is we've got one problem, right? We're going to assume the beginning of the vector is the origin.
Yes, which is hard because not hard, but it's just a little tricky if you want a certain vector. It's not.
If you want a vector that's out starting at 5, 5, 5 and pointing right back at the origin, you can't do it right now.
Not really.
So what I was thinking about doing is changing this to, so this, let me just rename these right here. Think about renaming this to x1. So this is our endpoint. Our endpoint is x1, y1, and z1. Okay? And then I was thinking about this. Watch this.
X2.
X0, Y0, and Z0. And I was thinking about initializing both of these to 0. I mean, all of them, I'm sorry, to 0. Like that. That's what I was thinking of. Now, remember, Campbell, when we were working with cylinders and we were filling up spheres. Look out.
Uh-oh.
Oh, not again. KidzCode. Oh, Janiska said was saying the audio. How's the audio, KidzCode? Let me, Pudding. Let me know. Because it sounded like we were maybe in a chamber, I think is what he was saying. I'm not seeing any evidence of an echo, but if you let us know, Pudding, if you think there's an echo on the show out there. All right. Back over to your machine here. So I was thinking about that. So we can now specify. I don't know what the heck's going on in this show, Kim.
I loved the party thing, but with the background of all of the math.
All the math in the background. That's kind of what we're doing on this show. That's what we're doing. Sorry, back over to your machine here. So I was thinking about this. So we just assumed that it was the case. Oh, but I was saying, remember when we were working with cylinders? Actually, let's take a look at my machine here because I've got the slide up here. Remember when we were working with cylinders to fill up to estimate the area of the volume of a cone? We're using it to estimate the volume of a sphere.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we did that?
And we used.
There were kind of these errors we were getting. Oh, you're shutting down.
Wait, did I do that?
I don't know. Well, we'll let you restart. The cool thing about having two machines is my machine's still going.
Oh, oops. I was pressing buttons on my Stream Deck and it was on top of the button to
is
turn
on top
off.
the main button to shut it down?
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's only put it to sleep. So maybe you'll be in good shape when you come back up. Yeah,
I do think it did just put.
Let's see, what was I going to say? Oh, remember when we did this? We had these errors where it was getting more precise and then less precise as we were increasing. But then when we changed from a float to a double, all those errors went away. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
Because the double was more precise. It held more digits.
Yeah.
Right? Than a float. Well, right now in the code we've got, let's see, Campbell's logging in right now. Let's see if we can get that code up here.
Dang.
He's got to restart. And so he's just starting up Unity again, starting up OBS, getting our Skype call going. Campbell's ready with the Skype call. I'll switch over my machine, get him up there too. There it is. All right, Skype call is going. Let's see if we can see Campbell's machine.
No, I haven't started up OBS yet. Now it's started up.
OBS is up. Let's see if we can see Campbell's machine now with OBS up. It looks like we can.
Oops. Sorry, wait. My Skype window was on the wrong monitor. So, yes, that's working.
All right, cool. Did Roy just call? No, that wasn't Roy. That was Campbell calling in. All right, because we disconnected. All right, so, and we're bringing up the code again. Janice was here for the party. Surely Dev intercept the party with his drones and his fanfare.
Hello!
Shirley's coming in. going to show off his new coordinated drones here.
Oh.
Look at this. Look at them. Look at them. Look at the drones. They're in. He's got them now going in sync. He's got it's not good, the situation with the drones. It's a little ominous. All right. Whoops. What happened? Oh, I think we just interrupted. Was it Groversaurus? Yeah, that was Groversaurus's fanfare. Do you want to see it, Camel?
Oh yes, I love it.
All right. Hold on a second. There's Groversaurus is right there.
I love trash.
Oscar loves trash.
Aww.
Oh, but Groversaurus doesn't love Oscar because he's grumpy. That's what you get if you're a grouch. Can you take that Skype window and move it over to the other?
Oh yeah.
Move it over to the other.
Sorry.
Yeah, get it over there. Get it out of here. All right. So that's kind of what I was thinking of creating vector here. By the way, so we already have some math that we know we can use right now. We can come in and we can say, let's create. Let's do this. What I was thinking is this. Let's change all these to doubles.
Okay.
So we don't have that. I want to kind of avoid that problem. And I've just got double on the clipboard and I'm just pasting it in. I'm hitting Control B, which is a Code Rush feature for
Paste replace.
Paste replace. Then so this is my vector of the position. Now I kind of want this as an int. I think I can just type in CI here, which is Code Rush template, to cast it as an int, and I can just cast the double to an int like that, right? Because that's kind of what. Oh no, it wants a float. Sorry, I should have done the CF there instead. Cast a float.
Yeah.
So we'll get these fixed right here. Oh, no. Build, cancel. Cancel the build. All right. Paste right there. And paste in right there as well. Okay. Good. So that's that. This is for getting the cone in the right place. Okay? Let's find the delta y's and the x's and all of those.
Okay.
Okay, why don't you write that code?
All right.
These have to be doubles, because we're working with doubles.
So.
Lowercase letter starts.
Oh, right, sorry.
No worries. No worries.
Delta X.
Delta X.
And then I'm assuming, I'm not sure if I'm right about
Wait,
this.
do this. Before you do that, yeah, you can do that, but it's actually going to be easier if you build X first and then duplicate that all the way down. Coder should be able to get all of the calculations and modify them for you.
Boop. Okay. Oops, wait. So, this is equal to, wait. X1 minus X0, right? Or is it the other way around?
That's the way. X1 is the target. And so we're doing target first, base second. So that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Now wait. Get it changed and change the X and the Y. Change the Y over there too. Looks like we lost the, it's alright. Your coder should still get it once you duplicate this line. Once you get it right and duplicate it, I think it's going to give you
It should, yeah.
Good. Alright, good. You've got the delta X, the delta Y, and the delta Z.
Now we just need to use them.
Yeah, so this, I would suggest that no matter, so this may be hard to visualize. Hold on. We're switching back over to my machine again. Is that okay? We're going to visualize for a second here. If we're in this space here, and I'm going from here to here, let me just duplicate this a second. Let me get rid of all of these lines. All right, we're going to from across these different places right here. Maybe I'll keep that line there. All right, so, and we'll get rid of this down here. Get rid of that. That.
The drones are going crazy.
They are. All right, so if we've got a line going from here to here, like this. That's our vector, right? Our vector's going right across there like that. The way to describe it in terms of where it really is in space, in other words, I mean its direction, the angle it's, because imagine this could be anywhere in 3D space, Campbell.
Yeah.
Right? It could be like outside the screen pushing in, or back out behind the screen pushing out. Right? It can be anywhere.
Yeah.
Right? Right? This can be anywhere. And the other place can also similarly be anywhere. But if we want to find the direction it's going in, Soledad says, Campbell, the drones are going crazy because someone set sun and the gravity from the drops makes them bounce. I don't know if you know this or not, but on my show you can type in like Pluto, bang Pluto.
And then it gives it a certain gravity.
Now everything is going to go much slower, for example, or bang Earth or something like that. That's what's going on. Well, whoever that someone is, I don't know who that is, Sterling.
It's a real mystery. I don't know who that
someone is. Anyway, okay. So back over here. So no matter where these are, Campbell, in terms of this thing, back here, look at this. This is my vector, right? See it in the video, right? Right. If wherever I am in space, right? Doesn't matter where the origin is. If I subtract and only get the deltas, it's like taking it and kind of saying, well, here's where it is right here if it was 0 was its origin. And it'll tell me where it's pointing.
Yes.
Okay? A vector defined by those deltas should tell me where it's pointing. Look, Campbell gets a drone box around him. You're surrounded by drones, man. Nice. You got the drone. They're surrounded. Be careful, Campbell. Don't make any mistakes. The drones might get angry. So, what that means then is if we come down in here, let me just get above the drones here so we write some code. If we come down in here and we essentially create I'm going to call this direction, and we create a new vector out of delta x, y, and z, and I should be able to delete these and use CodeRush. I think I could just do this and shift enter on it. No, it didn't hit the... Is that a problem? I think that's a problem. I'm going to report this as an issue. Give me a second on this, Campbell. Sometimes I find issues in CodeRush. Okay, I'm on another machine, so my log files are going to be insignificant to you. I'll try to remove the log files from this, but take a look at this recording. I'm right here, and I want to duplicate this parameter. I hit Shift-Enter, but it doesn't take the typecasting, and I really want the typecasting to come with it. But I only wanted to select Y, so that's kind of the issue. I've got just X selected, I hit Shift-Enter. I'm expecting it to include this in the duplication, so I can then grab that and duplicate that and keep going. Since that's not working, I'm just going to try this to see what happens. That kind of worked, but now I had to, and that kind of worked too. So that was kind of the workaround for it. I select everything, but my expectation is if there's any kind of typecasting before that identifier, it comes with it. It copies it across. All right, give me a second, Campbell. I just need to report that issue.
Go ahead.
I'm going to call that, what am I calling this one? I'm going to say duplicate argument. Show my machine so you can see what's happening. Duplicate argument fails to bring casting. So, like that. Like that. I'm just going to type that in, and I'm going to pop that in the chat room, and our CodeRush developers will get a link to the video, and they'll be able to take a look at that. So, like I said, it wasn't on my machine there, and looks like it's extension of my log file. Sorry about that, guys. But take a look at that. All right, cool. Back over to you. So this direction, I contend, is pointing in the same direction as the vector.
That seems like not a great name for it. Direction, because the direction of what? I feel like...
You're saying direction of what? Oh, let's call it vector direction or arrow direction. Yeah, vector direction.
Wait, oops. Vector...
Yeah, I agree with you. That wasn't a great name. All right, cool. Now let's copy this to the clipboard, and then what I want to do is I want to for that cone, instead of doing this, I think there's something I was reading about this yesterday. Look rotation. Creates a rotation with the specified forward and upwards. Oh no, wait, that's one of the overloads. I'm looking for one that just has the forward direction. I think, will this work? I don't know. Look rotation. Creates a rotation with the specified forward and upwards directions. I don't know if it'll work or not, but let's run it. I want to save it and see, is the cone actually pointing from the origin out to it? Because the last time we checked it, it was not. If it is, I'll be happy, and if it's not, I'll be sad. Not that I'm, pinning my emotional state on the outcome of our code, Campbell. Sometimes I do that.
I didn't instantiate it at all.
You hit the space?
Oh wait, no, I didn't. Oh wait.
Is that looking right? Look at that. I'm happy. I was just kidding. I would have been okay. I know you might have been worried. Yeah, look at that. Good job, Campbell. Get that camera there. Down there. Take a look at that.
Oh, it's so perfect.
Isn't that nice?
That's amazing.
All right, we got it pointing in the right way. The right direction. Oh, I just thought of something else. We might want to scale this based on the overall length of it. So the longer it is, the bigger it is. So we can see it from a distance.
Huh?
Digging 1143 says, anyone have any experience with Arlo Patcher Leaked Up XP source code? I have none at all. We're working on C# right now, so we do not have that experience. All right, cool. Step 1. All right, we did that. What's next, Campbell?
Ooh.
What?
What is next?
Or what's next on your mind? What
Cylinder.
are you thinking?
We have to put the cylinder.
We need to put the cylinder. That is correct. Let's get the cylinder.
Oops.
Yeah, oops, sorry, that was me. All right. I'm going to, I just want to kind of switch over to the list you gave us, and we'll kind of check these off. So, rotate the cone.
Woo!
That guy is done. Oops, hold on. Let me move this up and out. Let's build a little checkbox here. And, geez, I've really done this completely reverse. One right, group them, rotate it like that. Give it a green color because we kind of like our checkboxes in green. Makes us feel better about ourselves, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I probably shouldn't be tying my emotional state to the color of my checkboxes. Campbell can maybe teach me a lesson in that, I suppose. But anyway, there it is right there. Rotate the cone. We did it.
Woo.
We did it, Campbell. We did it.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
So now we need to work on
What do you want to do next?
getting the cylinder.
All right, we got to get a cylinder in there. You want to write that code?
Should we instantiate it or should we create the primitive?
I think we do a primitive on it, is what I think. I think we do a primitive. I'm not sure if there's advantages yet to instantiating. So let's switch over to your machine. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We call it the create primitive one, the same call we used in the other project.
Yes.
Let me look that up. I don't remember what it is.
Yeah, I don't remember it at all either.
All right, let's look it up. We're going to switch it back over to my machine, and we're going to say Unity C# create primitive. Primitive. See what we got.
Looks like we've already looked it up.
There it is right there. It's gameObject.createPrimitive.
Okay. And we'll do this.
King 1143 says, I do mostly assembly language these days. That's intense, man.
So
I haven't done assembly language in 30, 40 years, I want to say. Yeah.
GameObject.
This one is the uppercase game object.
Oh, fancy.
Because it's the class. It's a static method on the class. Remember that cookie cutter cookie analogy? We're going into the cookie cutter and saying what you got. In the cookie cutters will often have like factory-like methods that will create things for you. So you're going to get that control space after the, yeah, right there.
Like game object dot create primitive.
Okay.
And then this is a method, so.
And it's suggesting primitive type, but I think you need a dot. There you go. Excellent. And then probably, I don't know if it'll work here or not, but the code rush key might give you access to a declare local from there. And if not, move it to the end. No, move it to the end of the line. Now try it. Or the beginning, either one. Yeah, declare local. There you go. So there's your game object. That's your cylinder. Where are we going to put it?
Oh, we are going to put it next, right behind, I guess, the cone, so that it looks like a vector.
Yeah. Do you have a sense of what the math is for figuring out its exact x, y, and z?
In terms of position, I think I might.
Yeah, tell me about what you're thinking on that.
Well, if we know the length from the edge of the cone to the origin, which we can figure out pretty easily, then we can just take half of that, and then we know it's...
Yeah, you're kind of in the right direction. Let me show you something. And let's do it let's solve... A lot of times, look, when we're dealing in three-dimensional space, sometimes problems aren't easy, as intuitive to see as when you're dealing in one-dimensional space or two-dimensional space. So what I'd like to do... Let me copy
and then we can just reverse Pythagorean's theorem to get the x and the y and the z. Or reverse Pythagorean's theorem in 3D.
Well, we don't need to reverse it because we already start with those beginning and ending positions. But let's just create a new slide for a second. Let's look at it only in two-dimensional, in one-dimensional space. So.
Wait, why wouldn't we need to reverse it?
We don't need to reverse it. I'll show you why. Because we've got the starting coordinates. We already know what they are. We know what the ending coordinates are.
We know 0, 0, 0. Oh, and we know the position of the... Okay.
We know the beginning and end of it. It's defined by those parameters we pass in.
Yes, but then that's not the x and the y and the z.
Yes, those are. Those are x, y's, and z's. But they're not the center. Right?
Oh, right, because we have the delta. And
give me a chance to visualize this with you a second, and then you can kind of get a sense of it. So we're going to only look at this. We're looking at this only in one dimension. Okay. So over here, I've got this is going to be x 0, and over here it's going to be x1. Right? You see it?
Yes.
That's x0, that's x1, and over here is x0. I want to find out what's the value there? What's the center?
The center is half of the delta x.
Half of the delta x would actually get me about right maybe here. Half of this, right? Look, if I cut this in half, hold on, let me show you this. If I take this and I cut it in half, like this. So I'm going to take that, cut it in half. Now I got half of it, and I started out from 0. Yeah, it gets me right about there.
Yeah, but our origin is always 0, so it doesn't...
No, it's not always going to be 0, though.
But we said that we will assume.
No, we didn't. Let me show you what we said. Take a look over here. We said we're going to default it, these parameters, but we're going to allow them to change.
No, we actually said we are going to assume at the beginning of the vector.
That was yesterday.
Yeah.
Today, we added those parameters up at the top. And you said there's a problem. You were talking about the problem in the beginning. We talked about it. So this is old news.
And you responded to me by saying, yeah, I said this. We are going to assume.
Yeah. You feeling like the world isn't quite all lining up? Do you feel betrayal?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
You want to take a break to kick my butt? Round 1! All right. So take a look at it. So I'm just deleted that comment. We can do this, right? From -2 comma, -1, comma 57, 523, right?
Okay.
We can create a vector that goes from one place to the other. Okay?
Yeah.
So back over to my machine. C is something else, right? X0 can be non-zero, which means how do we find that one? We don't want to find this one. Your intuition is close. You're right, kind of. It's half.
It's 1.5. It's that times 1.5.
It's not that times 1.5 either. It's this plus something.
Plus delta x.
No, delta x is this. This is delta x. So this plus delta x actually gets me out to here, which is also not where I want to. Which is also not where I want to be. I don't want to be there. I want to be right here. So the question is, what do I add? What do I add this to get me to here? Well, one way we can tell is if we just line it up where we want, we might be able to see what we add it to. What do I add? What do I add this to? What's over here?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Let's try another.
Oh, x0.
It's x0.
Oh, the drones.
You take half of the length and add it to the start, and that will get you the center. Does that make sense now?
Yes.
Yeah, it's okay. It takes a while to sometimes see this, right? If you've never done this before, right? So this is always the case, Campbell. If you want the center, now you initially said add to 0. Well, if notice, by the way, if x0 was 0, you would have been totally right, right? But if x0 is 10 or if x0 is -20, you need to add the distance to the start.
Yes. Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So, with that knowledge in mind, switching back over to your machine.
But don't we start at x1?
No. No. In fact, let's do this. Let's rename these. Since there's ambiguity here, we're going to call this end x. And this one's going to be end y.
And y.
Whoops, wrong button. This one's going to be end z. Feel better about this?
Yes. Okay.
End z.
Okay.
And this will be start x. I think I agree with you. This is totally easier to read. I love it. So that's start x.
Well, it was my idea. It was yours.
This was your idea? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying it wasn't my idea. It was yours.
It was mine? Oh, okay. No. I don't really pay too much attention to whose idea it was. There we
It's
go.
a great
Now look,
idea, I think.
delta x. All right, see it? Now, we have those. Let's also now create half x. Okay? Half x is equal to what? What's the equation? Do you want to see my screen again?
Wait, half of x is equal to
When I say half x, I don't mean half of the value. Look at what Surly's
delta
doing.
x divided by 2.
What is it?
Delta x divided by 2, right?
Kind of. You're close. But when I say half x, I mean the actual coordinate. Half x position is maybe we'll say that. Or half position x. Okay? So what's that equation? Do you want to go back and look at the math again?
Yeah. Wait.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, it's x0 plus.
Right. What's x0?
X0 is start x.
Right. We renamed it to start x. So it's start x plus.
Plus delta x divided by 2.
Perfect. Can you write that code for me?
Okie dokie. Start x. Plus.
So isn't it kind of cool? We're using the deltas in two ways. We're using deltas to figure out the direction of it, right? And we're also using deltas to figure out the halfway position. Kim, it looks like you're slightly distracted by the drone events going on here. Look, as coders, these kind of things happen all the time. You've got to stay focused.
Okay.
Gotta stay focused on the code.
Wait, really? Just drones are all
Drones all the
flying
time. This is what
around?
it's like to be a professional. This is what my life's like, man. I'm dealing with
Okay.
drones. I'm dealing with portals. See the portals here?
Yeah.
Do you know how these portals work, by the way?
No, I do not.
Let me show you. So if I got a drone, I bring out my drone like this, and I want to jump out to portal 3 over here. I type in bang drone, and then 3, and watch. I zoom. See me zoom out of portal 3?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Huh, okay.
So that's kind of what happened.
Okay.
Anyway. Okay. So can you duplicate that
Yes,
half position
I
calculation? Give me the X and the Y, the Y and the Z for that.
Yeah. Shift, enter.
You can just hit escape if you got a whole bunch of these and you don't want to go through all of them. All right, cool. We've got halfway positions for X, Y, and Z. What is that again? Do we remember what we started with? What are we going to use
Yes,
this for?
that is the position of the cylinder.
Good.
And then we need to find out the rotation of the cylinder and the scale.
Yeah, let's get the cylinder in that position. Let's rename game object down there in line 47 to cylinder.
Okay.
Or arrow shaft or something like
We
that.
don't even have to rename it because we're not using it yet, so we can just.
Oh, true. Getting smarter, Camel.
Cylinder. Is
One L
is that
in
right?
cylinder.
Just one? Okay. Boop.
Perfect. Also, don't worry, you've got CodeRush's spell checker in there for
Right.
you. Shirley Depp says, I swear, Mark, if I ever come to a user group meeting or conference where you're presenting, I'm bringing my mini toy helicopter and flying around in front of you trying to avoid your swatter. That is probably 100% true. How you doing, Karen Chikati/mom?
I'm great, except I can't find my computer charger and it's making me a little bit crazy.
Okay, all right. She's coming in, looking for the charger. Don't pay any attention to that person walking, beyond the green screen there. Don't pay any attention.
Hello. You're so cute.
Drone formation for Karen, says Surly Dev. Here comes Karen, look.
What is it?
It's a drone formation. So we made a slight change
here.
that now allows Surly Dev to do synchronized drone formations. Watch the drones as he, something he'll do on the show. Time to time. Can't quite tell what he's doing. He's getting ready. Getting ready. Oh, look at this. They're lining up. Look at them line up. And they're all collecting. They're collecting. They're collecting. They're firing and collecting and throwing.
That's cool.
And now they're getting information. They're going to do something exciting, something scary, going different positions. We need music here, I think, that's specific for this. Oh no, and there they go. Look out there. Something's going to happen. Oh no, they're trapping us. It's the trapping move. I've seen the trapping move before. Look at that. It's circular. Surly, can you show Karen The Watchmen?
The Watchmen, like the graphic novel?
Yeah, take a look at it. He's going to do The Watchmen, I think.
Ooh.
I think he's going to do it. Yeah. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. You ready for it? Watch this, Karen. Ready?
I'm ready.
Here it comes. Watch it. Here it comes. And is there a go? There it is. Now look.
Where?
Look. Did you get it? They made the smiley face
Where? I didn't see it.
on the screen.
Look, all of the colors.
And even the blood splash up at the top, upper left. Pretty cool. You like art too, right, Karen?
I like art too.
So you should be loving this right
Well,
now.
I love the Watchmen too.
Okay. All right. So anyway, thanks for that, Surly. That was awesome. What are we doing, Campbell? We're writing some code. We got the word
Yes,
cylinder there.
And,
we get in position.
I can't find my computer charger! Okay, fine. I'm fine.
Is it in here? It's not in here.
I think Gia took it and I don't know where it is.
Do you need? Is it a USB-C cable?
It's my Chromebook. I don't know. It's not a USB-C. It's like a...
I think it might be.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a long oval, kind of rounded.
But it has a
rectangle
brick for the charger, so...
thing. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm sorry about that, honey. All right.
Surly. So, with the portals, this is also a question for you, Dad. With a bunch of drones, can you do it for all of them? Like send all of them to one portal?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, they all it's been meant to be controlled by a whole bunch of people at once. So if you know, everybody said let's go to portal 3 or something like that. Like we could actually set these up. So these portals actually are coming from code that is encoded in text. So I have a square of text that's got little letters on it that say here's where the portals are going to be, like P1, P2, P3, or something like that, or is in that square of text. So I make a map out there. So it says not yet, but I will program that for you right now, Campbell. One moment.
Okay. You don't have to. It was just a suggestion from me. Okay. So now we have to use these. Do we have a... Is there a possible way to have a line that writes a line of code that declares a variable? Because I think we will have to instantiate it actually if we can't get this right. If we can't declare, because what we need to do is we need to access the transform of the primitive cylinder that we've
Right.
created.
Well, you've got the variable called cylinder on line 47. Just go to the next line and type in cylinder dot.
Okay. Okey-dokey.
A line that breaks a line. What are you talking about, Billy? No, it's got to be after you've declared it, though.
Oh, right. Oopsies.
Because the program doesn't see it. The C# compiler doesn't see it until after you've declared it. There you go.
Dot transform. Dot. Wait. Sorry. Wait. Dot local transform, right?
I think transform's right. Dot local position.
Oh, right. Transform dot local.
But maybe I'm wrong.
No, you're right.
Don't forget N key gets you out there faster.
Yes, sorry. Dot local position.
Yeah.
I don't know what the local Euler angles is.
Yeah, I have heard people say that Euler angles are hard to wrap your head around. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to worry about it. I've been loving the quaternion, how beautiful it is. I love that look rotation call on line 45 above. That has made it so easy to figure out what I thought was maybe going to be tricky.
So this is
Good. Hit enter. Hit enter. Select just the letter X. No.
Okay.
Use code rush. Go back. Go back.
Trying.
Just the letter X. Shift left.
And then shift enter.
And then shift enter. There you
Oopsies.
go.
Why did it go to A?
It cycled around. Right?
Oh,
Semicolon here.
Z. Alrighty.
And
Why are these wrong? Oh, these are doubles, so we need to cast them as floats.
Good. Oh, yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
there we go. Control right arrow. CF. Control right arrow a couple times. Control right arrow. There you go. That's the faster way.
Yeah.
Look at that. Excellent. That's going to stick a transform right in the position. So if we run it, save and run it right now, Campbell, we should see that cylinder.
Right, in the right position, but not having the right rotation.
Right, and not the right link. It should be right between that dot and the origin.
Let's see. Space.
I don't see it at all.
Neither. Oh, it's out here. It's out
here. You know why? Because you know why it's out there?
Why?
Go look at the code. Remember I was giving you that example code of a vector that could point anywhere? Look at the call to create vector. Put the caret on line 34 and create vector and hit tab key to see who's calling it and what parameters are being sent. See those last three, those samples?
Yeah.
Get rid of those. Also, let's do that 3, 2, 1. Let's kind of make it. No, it's fine. I'm fine with that. It's just there's not a lot of space there. It's just not very far out. All right, let's run it again. Did you save it?
Yep. I think I did. Yeah, I did.
All right, that looks like pretty reasonable to me. That looks right between the two.
It does.
Okay. All right. One problem I just realized.
It is right between the two because we can look at its position and say, oh, 1.5 is half of 3, 1 is half of 2, and 0.5 is half of 1.
Yeah, one problem I just realized, Campbell.
Uh-oh.
Dang.
What is it?
Dang. Yeah, here's the problem. Switch over to my machine and I'll show you. So if this is the cone piece at the end, right? And that's the point we're trying to hit. We're trying to hit this point right here.
Yeah.
right? So that's what we're trying to hit. There's our point. There's our cone. And this is our cylinder, right? Say we're going from the origin out. We're just only working in 2 dimensions right now, or 1 dimension even, right? So, yeah, in case anybody's freaking out, 1 dimension, right? Well, if I make this as long as this, here's what it's going to look like,
Oh.
right? It's going to look like that.
Oh, you're right.
That's what it's going to look like. So, so that doesn't look like an arrow to me.
No.
So what we're going to have to do to make this work is we're going to have to move this so it's pretty much right to there, that edge.
Or we could do it maybe a little bit further. We could maybe do it to the center point of it.
The center point of it? Yeah, we could do that. So here's the problem though. Whereas before, calculating this was easy and perfect, right? Now what we have to do is move it in the direction that's pointing a bit and shorten it a bit, like that. That's, I think, going to take some more brain power.
A lot more.
Lots more? How do you know lots more? Maybe it's just a little more.
I said I think.
I don't know. Okay, so anyway, that's a problem we're going to have. Let's get at least to this problem, right? So it's doing this. Does that make sense? And then
Yes.
we'll try to get it to the next stage. Is that cool? Cool with you?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So that's what we're expecting to see. All right. Dang it! I wish I'd have remembered or thought about that. There's not a lot of good ways to do this. If we wanted to exactly start at one point and end at the other, we really have to figure out a way to shorten that, like that. Okay. What are you thinking?
I think it will be very hard. I think. But I
It's
think
kind of
it'll work
interesting,
good.
though, because, you know, when you were talking about should we model it or should we instantiate a primitive with the cylinder? Remember you asked that question?
Yes.
It's kind of occurring to me that if we have a box that contains this, let me just do a no fill on this, but if this was in a game object like this, right? So we got this in a game object. That's the center of the game object is where this point is. We could find this. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, look, see? They all came out of 3. Let's see them come out of
I
1.
love it.
See them come out of 1 right above it. Oh, they're down coming out of here. Down here by me.
Oh, whoa. Oh, it looks like they're getting destroyed. I didn't realize that the first time.
That's in my squad command, but they got too far away from my team. My squad command only works if they're close. It's cool.
Oh, that's so cool.
Cool, Surly. Let me know if there's other things you want for your. You know what we should be able to do? Okay, Surly, this is kind of potentially cool. What if we could you could control the emitter from your drone? So you could send like a command like bang E for emitter, followed by a bunch of parameters, like the emitter. There, see the blood coming out of me right there? That's the emitter. So test blood has got like this predefined set of stuff. There, it kind of does a random thing where it shoots it out.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And so you could kind of do, like fireworks. You can do fireworks. Here's another version of the emitter. Test smoke.
I love the portal thing.
This is-
It looks super cool.
Oh, wait, maybe it's not smoke. It's something else. Oh, maybe, no, you know what? It's just that layer's not turned on right now. So that also probably means purple burst isn't working either. Mr. Kimball say hit the swatter.
No, I said it's close enough for the SWAT.
I'm hitting the SWAT, but nothing's happening. Oh, there it is. Just close enough. There we go. Got him. Yeah, maybe we do that. I don't think test purple burst worked. Yeah, and then no, I think I've also got blue ball that also does not work. Yeah, it's not gonna work because I don't have the other layers up. But the emitter is something that's out there. The test blood definitely does work. And we could create something very similar to that, where the emitter position would be, and the velocity would be the velocity of the drone. So if the drone was flying quickly, it would be shooting trails out from behind it. Or you could just maybe turn trails on or off.
Oh, that would look pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that would be cool. If you wanted to do that, we could do that. We could talk about that. Viola's out there trying out the drones as well. Vile, is it clear how to, yeah, it looks like Vile's figured out how to fly his drone around. Send it a D45. Blood splatters everywhere, or whatever you want. Right, the emitter is pretty much whatever you want to do. Also, it would be an opportunity, certainly, for you to try to bring my machine to its knees, because the emitter actually does suck up a fair amount of CPU when a lot of particles are on the screen at once. For smoke colors like the rainbow, yeah. I've got like I wonder if I can test rainbow here without the other overlays going. Now, unfortunately, I've got a lot of emitters on the overlays I've turned off for the KidzCode show, so we're not seeing them. Yeah. I wonder if I could turn them on temporarily. No, they're not even on this scene right now, so we'd have to work through that to make it work on KidzCode. But let's talk about it if you want. You can email me, Surly, or we can talk about what kinds of things that we want to do. I can send you the sample code if you want to do a pull request, if you want to work on that. I think the first mod would be so I can spam different channel with the commands and have Mr. A look for the commands to his own channel, perhaps. Absolutely, Surly. Let's do that too. I love it. Let's get a different channel. I think I've got a Mr. Announcer Bot channel. We could go do that. I think it's a great idea. Again, let's talk about it offline, off the show. Okay. Back over to your machine.
Okay, yes.
We got to get that thing facing in the right direction.
Facing the right direction, and then also with the right scale.
I got an idea on facing in the right direction.
What is it?
Scroll down to the code.
Well, it's probably going to be using look rotation, right?
Yes. That quaternion right there. Does create primitive take any alternative parameters? Does create primitive take like a position by chance?
Could we maybe set wait, let's see.
That was weird. I hit the end button when the wrong thing I thought had focus. Okay.
Okay.
I wanted to just see. I'm sorry. I have this.
Could we set it to the rotation of the cone? Do you think that would work? Also, as another.
I don't know. Let's try it. I'm like, I don't know. Go for it, man. Just give me something. Let's try something in here.
Okay.
There's nothing. That's not what you want. It's not the primitive cylinder.
Yeah, sorry. It's bloop. Cylinder. Dot. Wait, local. Right? Yeah.
What do you think goes here? Oh, you're gonna try and get that out? The VGO will work on an empty line. So just go line above it if you want to type it in. But oh, sorry. Go ahead. No, go ahead and do that. Because we need that anyway. We're gonna need to change it.
Yes. Oops.
And then you can just replace that semicolon with an equal sign. And then bring the next line up so it's easier to read. God, I love these drones. They're looking cool. Shirley, why are all the drones red in color? Why aren't they different color? Are these other accounts, do they not have their own color set up? Because I'm definitely seeing them in different colors in the stream chat. But like, see how yours is orange? Like it should be and your label is matching your color? Not sure. I wonder if it's a bug on our side.
Could be.
Or if it's something on, it's just something that needs to be set. Okay, so what do we got? Cone dot something, maybe local,
Dot,
transform dot local
yes,
rotation of
transform.
that.
Oops.
I bet that would do it. I think that would work, Kimball.
Transform dot.
Save and run.
Oh, space. Why is it? Did we rotate the cone?
It's 90 degrees off. Isn't that weird?
Oh, we rotated in Blender, didn't we? We tried at least.
Yeah, no, I think,
So do you think it took the transform values but then didn't rotate it in a visible way?
yeah, I don't know. Can I try a couple things? Can I try something really
Yeah.
quickly? Because I'm not sure. I kind of feel like I need to try something. I wanted to grab this and use that instead.
Yeah, we could do that. I think that would work totally as well.
And I think I want to try that. Try running that and see what happens.
Nope.
Same results. Well, at least we got
Yep.
the same results. We know we need to go off by 90.
On the z-axis.
Yes, I think it's the z-axis. Let's give it a shot.
Wait, no, it's the
No.
x-axis.
It's the x-axis? Good.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Helps not to be colorblind in Unity, doesn't it? Be able to
Does.
differentiate. Helps to be able to differentiate red, green, and blue. I agree with you.
Did we rotate the cylinder? Right, we did. Because, yeah. So on the x-axis.
It's weird. Okay.
Should we do? Here, I have an idea.
Okay.
It's gonna be a little bit of code, but it will work. I think. Vector 3. And then we're going to do cone dot transform dot local dot x.
I think you probably don't want a vector 3. You might want a quaternion, I think is maybe what you're looking for. Because it's a rotation. You have to get to at the end of this line, you're going to have to get to a quaternion by the time you, at the end of this expression.
Why?
Because a rotation is not a vector, it's a quaternion.
Oh.
Which is a different class, different object.
Oh, but would it do? Could I put in 3? What's it called? 3 not transforms, but an X, a Y, and a Z. Could I do that for the quaternion?
Yeah, quaternion's got. I think that if you come in, let's just grab this quaternion. I know you want to rotate it, but we still have to. We've lost the piece we have to start with. We have to start with this. I think what might work, I'm not sure, but I'm guessing that if you put a dot right now, you might get an option to rotate the quaternion. Is there a rotate command? Set from rotation.
Oops. Sorry. That was not intentional.
I think your set look rotation has got a well, I don't know if this is going to work or not. This takes no. It's I thought set look rotation was a method.
No, I don't think so. I can.
Can we go back and just bring up the?
What?
Can I bring up the
Yeah.
the IntelliSense on it? Yeah, it's a method. See, it's the purple box. So that takes as a parameter, and I guess what I was thinking is we would pass in vector dot like up.
Why?
Because it's only got to go 90 degrees around something. And to set loop rotation, no.
Around the x-axis.
That just modifies the quaternion. Okay, so hold on. For some reason, let me do this. I'm going to create a new variable here. Yeah, I'm sorry about this, Campbell. This is like not because of it's off by what I'm.
I don't think we have to start with the quaternion dot look rotation at all.
So I'm playing with this is maybe going to work. That's kind of what I'm playing with. You know, we can very quickly check it and see what happens.
Isn't this the exact same as to what we tried that didn't work?
No, what we tried was this. That's the exact same as what we tried. I'm now taking that look rotation and I'm now rotating it again. I was kind of hoping to see a rotate the rotation kind of thing, but I don't see it. Bob says, oh, there it is. Oh, looking for your drone? So did you save it?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, what do we got?
Oh, why is there a prune?
Yeah, take out the prune. Okay.
Oops.
Save it, save it. Yeah, if this doesn't work, I just want to do a quick test. Sometimes I do this, Kimball, where I'm just like, what do we got? Did you hit the space?
Okay, never mind. I thought I saw an error. Nope, not up.
No, it did work. It is actually going where we wanted it to go, I think.
No.
Yeah, before, remember, it was this way? Now
Yes,
it's rotated
I know
that
it's
way.
rotated, but it rotated around the...
Right, but it's rotated.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, I think it's... Well, actually, wait, maybe it's not. Let me see. No, it's just that's just overriding the entire look rotation. Never mind. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. All right, I'm coming into your machine here because I'm like... Because when we get in a situation where I don't know what to do, I'm thinking, okay, that may be more me that I want to do here. Change this to... So this rotation, loop rotation, vector direction. What if we do this? I think there's a way on the vector to rotate it. Is there a rotation call on the vector?
Oh, sorry.
I want to get the 90 degree of this thing. What is up with this? Why would the cylinder be aligned that way? It's the oddest thing for me. You know what? I'm going to do search. I'm going to get some help from the internet. Is what I'm going to do. Okay, one more thing I want to check before we do anything else. Do I got a rotate call here? No. Do I have a rotate call on the transform? Ooh, look at that, Campbell. See it? This is going to help us. So now we're going to, because this is relative to where it currently is. And it's going to take a vector 3. Now let's try it. Let's throw like, I don't know, it's either going to be up, down, or right. Right? One of those 3 should work. So let's try that one.
Nope. Wait, it didn't change it at all. Right? Did it? Oh no, it just rotated it. It looks like it didn't change it, but look, it rotated.
It may have rotated it this way.
No, it didn't.
It didn't rotate it at all? Let's try again. Let's try again with just another. We've only got 2 more to try to just exhaust all the possibilities for this. Change that to up.
Up.
Save. Go.
Run. Space. Space.
Still nothing, right? It still looks the same. One last one to try.
It's the exact same. It's not changing at all.
So we tried right.
I don't think the method's working.
And let's try one more time.
Okay.
And down. It could be also that this returns something.
Oh wait.
Change Fred's color to bright green, and it's not seeing it.
Yep, the method's not working.
Okay, let's try one more thing. Let's go back in. We're coming over. Stopping. Going back into code. Does rotate return? It does not. What? How is this not working? Axis angle. Ah. Let's try this. We got 3 more to try. Down, right, and up. Or I'm sorry, not down, right, and up. Down, right, and like whatever the forward and back z-axis is. So we didn't try the z-axis, I think. Okay, close it. Try
Wait.
again.
9. Yeah, it works.
Oh, it did work.
Didn't rotate it in the right direction.
But it did work. Okay, cool. Change this to right. Ah! Okay.
Whoa, wait, that actually looks pretty cool with the one right.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it's not. Oh, we don't have to
It's
scale
centered right between the two. When we scale it, it's going to go right up out to the edge.
It will. And then we should also scale it to skinnier or thinner so that it just, I think, will look better.
Yeah. I was also thinking, wouldn't it be cool to have a user interface that looks a little bit like a text editor? I'll show you what I'm talking about. So what if you were able to just say, something like this: 3, 2, 1, and to whatever this is going to be, 1, 2, 3, and you hit enter. And then we wrote something that parsed what that was and added that vector. And what if you even did this? What if you said A was equal to that, and then you said B was equal to something else, like say B was equal to maybe 4, 5, 6, and if we don't specify the second part, it just assumes from 0. And then we typed in A plus B and hit enter, and it showed us the sum of those 2 vectors. I'm playing with that as a user interface, as an idea.
Huh, I like it.
Yeah, maybe. It's a lot of, you're having to parse the text and figure it out. It's kind of some syntax matching pieces, but we could use regular expressions, which is a way of kind of searching text and finding the pieces you want to get what you need out of that. To get the numbers and stuff like that. What do you want to say?
So I've been kind of, the ANUQRNG quantum random numbers site that you showed?
Yeah, I know. I'm so disappointed about that.
You're disappointed? Why?
Why? Because it just blew everything. It blew my whole universe's, deterministic theory up because it crossed the boundaries between quantum uncertainty and random numbers and in our physical world, which means it's not long before somebody starts creating a decision-making machine based on the results of that. And once that happens, the universe is no longer predictable.
I would say I don't think everyone's like, oh my god, I need to make a decision-making machine.
I know, not yet.
But, so, for kind of most of the show so far, I've been running the random binary page.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I
don't like this at all. This is now you're showing the numbers to everyone. It's the end of determinism.
And then, there's also, ANUQRNG. There's, I haven't, experimented with this.
Nice.
Oh, I like
Quantum random numbers are.
Okay, and then there's some of them that I experimented with.
Random colors.
Random colors is.
That's kind of fun.
It
Dude,
just
we're supposed to be coding. You're
Sorry.
just playing the whole time?
No,
I've been doing all the work?
No, I just opened it and then I just kind of put it away.
Okay, all right, good. Good man. Keep that away. Don't look at that.
Continue to have it running.
All right, so we've got to now get this the right length. Hold on a second. We got it oriented correctly. We deserve a round of applause for that, kids.
We do.
Let's check that off. Okay, get the cylinder in there. Okay, we got the scale, the rotation. We're right in here on rotation. Whoops, sorry, here's my machine right there. We've got rotation right there. And we got the position of its center, too, right?
We did.
So we just need to scale length, and there's this one more piece we got to do. We got to, we got to reduce its length
on one side,
by the length of the cone.
which I don't think is possible. but we can
And
make
move it
on
back.
both sides and then move it.
What are you saying, Campbell?
We can't reduce the length by the length of the cone on one side, but we can reduce it and then move it back.
So we want to move it back by actually half that length. By half.
Whoa.
That length reduction.
Are descending.
That make sense, Campbell?
Yes.
Okay. So that's kind of where we are. We need to scale length. Let's do that now.
Okay.
Can you write that code for me?
I think I might be able
Why don't you do that? I'm going to go play with random numbers while you do that. I'm going to carefully watch you and guide you in your journey. Let's do one thing. I want to do one thing. I'm jumping over real quick. Because the cylinder's default orientation is completely wrong. No, it's off by 90 degrees, according to me. I think it should be upright, and it was not.
The colors.
I'm going to change this to appears to be. Isn't that awesome?
Okay.
Yeah, also, Shirley, I think I'm going to give you control. Can you move the Skype window off that monitor? Shirley, I'm also going to give you exact color control. It's an easy change to make so that you can specify the exact color you want. At the very least, the exact hue. And maybe even adjust brightness and contrast as well. So I'll give you 3, when you want to paint, I'll give you 3 parameters. That'll be hue and saturation and brightness. Or maybe an HTML color string would be easier for you. Okay, so what are we doing here? Local scale. Campbell's writing some code. He's got local scale equal to.
New vector.
Yeah, we can totally do that too. Duration on the drops. We can also make it. I can just extend it as well. Right now, I just got a hard-coded number in there. We can change that as well. Make them go up longer. Whatever you want to do. You tell me. You basically spec it out. Most of these things are going to be easy to change, I think. Okay.
Okay. Alright. New vector 3. Boop boop. Not enough focus. Hurt on this. Okay. So new vector 3.
Okay.
For X. For X and Z, it will be the same, so probably I'm just gonna go with
To be honest, I don't know which way is which on this cylinder anymore. But whenever we try, let's just try something, see what happens.
Can I just want to see. Yeah, Y is still up in the general sense.
Oh, I see what you're doing. You're grabbing that cylinder? Okay, cool.
Okay. Boop.
That was a great idea to do that.
Oh. 0.5. F.
Select that if you
Y.
want and just hit Shift Enter on it, and you can get the rest real quickly.
No, because that's going to be for Z. For Y, we need to.
We need the link?
Sure. Yes, but can you bring up the math that we did again?
Yeah, you got it. It was Pythagoras theorem, and it was.
Was that the length or was that?
This is the one you want right here, 3D.
Yes.
That guy. Length is equal to a squared plus b squared plus c squared. We talked about this at the beginning. What's a?
A is X.
Kind of.
It's delta X.
Yes. What's b?
Delta Y.
And c is?
Delta Z.
That's correct. So you need to square those, and there's a math.pow that you can call. Add them together, and then call math.square root. It's called SQRT. Is what you want to do. So this is going to be the length. Is that what you're going to call this here?
Oops. I did this correctly.
Nice. By the way,
Mike-
Campbell, I just want to comment. Say that I think you're getting. It feels like you're getting really good, right? You're starting to really, I think, understand the new universe that you're working in. And by the way, you don't need to call math.pow. You can just say delta x times delta x.
No, math.pow is much easier once we're doing
You like
a
that?
lot. Yeah, I forgot about how to do it, but so I started just doing not
There
that
you go.
how.
And it's going to take
It's
the...
delta x and then 2, right?
Right.
Delta x, comma 2.
That's it.
Oops. And then
Now what? Watch what you can do. You can select this. Use selection increase. Remember that button? No, not there. Wait. Undo.
oh, oops.
'Cause-
This is not what I want.
Yeah, undo. Hit
Yeah.
undo twice.
Control Z.
One more time, I guess. Okay.
And then
Selection
now what we
increase.
want is Control Shift boop 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 boop.
Now try it. Now see what happens when you hit Shift Enter. Look at it. Gave you the plus sign that wasn't there. Change delta X to delta Y. There's the delta Z. Look at that. All like that.
Now
Okay.
why does it say it's wrong?
Well, you're signing into a float, and these are all doubles, but you still have to square root it. So you have to selection increase. All right.
Okay, I'm just gonna double it. First.
TD is the fastest way to type that in. T for type, D for double. There you go.
And then we have to. Is there a math.pow for or not math.
Math
Square root?
There's a math square root. So, yeah.
Math dot
There it is.
square root.
Open paren there, and you need a close paren out at the end. You hit end key to get you out faster.
Right.
Okay?
Mhm.
That's your link.
Yes.
Where are you going to use that link?
Right about here. Link. Comma space 0.5 F.
That zero looks a
Oops,
little
that's
smaller.
an O. My bad. We have to cast this as a float.
Exactly.
So you have space.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay.
So what's cool about what you just did is you noticed there were some problems, but you were able to fix them. Right? You know what I'm saying? You're getting better at this. Right?
Yes.
Cool.
I want to see if this works because I think it will, but then we still have the problem of. Oh no.
Wait, back up a
Something's
bit.
wrong.
It's like double.
Oh right, we have to cut this in half, don't we? Remember, because we said we're gonna take half of the length. I think.
I don't know. Let's try it. Let's try it. I don't understand why the distance between those two.
Wait, I don't know. I don't
We
think.
can try it. If it exactly works, then yeah, that's the answer.
Wait.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
working exactly. I can see from the other view right above my head. You can see it's totally intersecting half of the point. See it?
Yeah, I don't know why it didn't.
Wait, what do you not know why? What is it you don't understand?
Why it didn't work the first time?
Yeah, I don't get that either. If you click it and you select it, what's its?
It's what?
What is its Y?
Its Y scale is 71.5.
No, that's its rotation.
Oops,
Its
sorry.
Y scale
One
is
point. It's almost 2.
it's
close.
almost 2.
It's close.
I'm just bringing up the calculator over here because I think the math is likely. I don't think there's a problem with the math, but we said it was 3, 2, 1, right? So that's 9 plus 4 plus 1 equals that, and then we square
Wait, why
root
plus
that.
1? Why not plus 2?
Because I'm multiplying each of those. I'm squaring each one of those distances. We're starting at 0, 0, 0. Then the coordinates are exactly the lengths.
Yes.
So then I'm going to square root that, and I get 3.7. And then that didn't work, so we divided it in half, and we get the 1.87. Why is 1.87 the scale needed? I thought the scale was the overall length of it.
Oh no. Unity is confusing like that. Remember our track that we made in the first game? It was twice the actual scale of what we put in.
Well, let's try that. Let's see if maybe that's my problem with my understanding. If we come in here and we create a new, oops, not an empty one. Let me create a a 3D object, and that is a scale of, say, 3.
That's 31.
Oh, it's 31. Okay, 3, like that. Let's rotate it.
Rotate it how much?
I need to get it, like, what's going on here? Hold on. Try to rotate this 90 degrees.
Well, then might have
Let's just do this.
No, not on the y-axis, on the z-axis.
The z-axis?
I think that's what you want.
Let's try it. 90. Good, thank you. So that has a scale of 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oops, now I want to move it. I want to move it so it lines up right over here. Right?
So you can make the position 0, 0, 1.
Okay, this is blowing my mind. This is a scale of 3. What's up with the cylinder? Let's do the same thing with the cylinder. What you said, 90 for the Z. Okay, and let's make it Y3. What is going on with the cylinder? Oh, I made it 9. Hold on.
Okay.
That was my bad. What is going on with the cylinder? Why does the cylinder scale at twice the level of the cube?
It has a capsule collider. That doesn't change.
That shouldn't matter at all. What is up with that? Kids, Unity developers, what did you do?
Okay, I'm looking this up.
You gonna look it up?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. What is going on with that? Unity. I'm doing the same thing. Unity scale cylinder. Maybe throw 2 times in there or something in there. See what I can find.
Why? No. It says here. Oh. Nope, that's.
I did not know that, Vile. I also don't know what PEMDAS is. What is that? Is
it's the order in which you do math. It's
I was thinking it might be that. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division,
addition, subtraction.
I did not know that Microsoft Calculator in standard mode fails to follow that. What I like to do to kind of emphasize things, I like to hit the equal sign, between things. Just to kind of chill everybody out, make sure that everything's happening the way I want it. Never heard of PEMDAS.
I didn't hear about
You've heard of
it
it,
for
Campbell.
a while. Yeah, I heard about it, I think only a year ago. And I had not heard of it before, and somebody was like, oh yeah, let's do it using PEMDAS. And I was like, what's that?
Oh, I've never heard of BODMAS. What's that?
I have no clue.
Gotta go learn that now.
BODMAS?
BODMAS is an potential
Bracket,
bracket.
order.
Okay, that's paren. Order, which is power, division, multiplication.
Oh, so it's very
addition.
similar, except for division goes before multiplication.
Yeah, that's a little worrisome to me. Yeah. You know what I taught my kids when I taught them math? I said there is no subtraction.
No,
And I
just
kind of
addition
also
negative
said,
numbers.
what'd you say?
Just addition of negative
Just
numbers.
addition of negative numbers.
And then
There's
there's
no
also no
subtraction
division.
because it messes
It's
up with
just
everything.
multiplication of fractions.
I also said there's no. What'd you say, Campbell?
There's no division. It's just multiplication of fractions.
It's just multiplication of fractions. And if you do that, then this becomes much easier. It's paren, exponents, and then multiplication and addition. And now you don't have this problem where it's multiplication first then division, or division first then multiplication. Holy cow! Wow! It's different depending on your region.
Really?
Yes, my mind is blown.
What? Math should be universal.
It should be absolutely universal. Doing division before multiplication or having multiplication before division could result in different
Answers.
different answers, I think.
But then which one's right?
Well, I think what's really right is making it so it's not ambiguous. There's no ambiguity.
But how? That's why I'm always confused. Like, how do we know that PEMDAS gives us the right answer?
Hold on 1 second here. Well, it's what we agreed upon.
So
yeah.
math, it's
Surely, go ahead, I'm sorry.
fake.
BODMAS says it's equal to Cyber Angel says BODMAS is equal to PEMDAS. I don't know about that when you've got them without. If I have, my gut is telling me I don't know about that. If I have like a sequence.
So, if it's just something we agreed is right,
Hold on.
then
I'm imagining something with
so
like
much
A
could be wrong.
times B divided by C. So if we're writing it out like this, left to right, it's kind of problematic. I think maybe because if I do division first, don't I have to skip over to that guy? I don't know if that really makes sense. But then I guess I would do A divided by C times B, and it would still get the right answer.
No, it would be B divided by C times A, wouldn't it? Is that how it would change?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. This is what I like to do is let's not make things ambiguous. Let's make it very clear, right? So if I have A times B, A over C times B or whatever, we make it very clear.
A times B over C, or A times B all over C.
Yeah, I'm like going, guys, you just blew my mind. You guys blew my mind with PEMDAS and BODMAS. I would add brackets and remove the ambiguity sincerely. I do the same thing. Let's do the same thing. Let's remove let's remove brackets. Add it. Add that.
Because everybody agrees we do the brackets or parentheses first.
First, everybody absolutely agrees.
Because it's just what we said.
Yeah.
It's just. Oh God.
Yeah.
Room time.
Okay. Are we done with the show, man? What are we doing? We figured out. I'm switching over here.
Oh, sorry.
We don't know why the cylinder is expanding twice as high. It seems absolutely wrong. So I think we need a comment in the code, Campbell, that explains our divide by 2 is because cylinders, for some reason, their scale goes twice as far as a cube scale. Or goes twice as far as the length you specify.
Okay. So we can just change that, but why? Why?
You can delete that cube in the cylinder I added right there.
Yeah. I feel like you should be right-click an object in the scene view and then be able to like duplicate, delete, rename.
Oh, in the scene view.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Is something else happening when you right-click?
Yeah, it brings me to this view. Even if I'm not holding it down, even if I just tap it,
Huh.
it goes boop, boop, boop.
All right. Can you put a comment in the code, or do you want me to do that?
For what?
For the why we're doing parentheses brackets order execution division equals execution division multiply. Cyber Angel's giving us a pretty detailed answer for this. I'm going to put it up on the screen so you can see it. So the question is, I guess in my mind, is division multiply, is division equal to, wait, parentheses is equal to bracket order, execution division equals division multiply. Execution division is multiply, add, subtraction. Different countries call brackets execution everything, but the same thing. Yeah, but I was seeing that the part that was that's a strange decision in Unity. It says vile. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, formatting got lost, but basically P is equal to B. Yeah, parentheses equal brackets, brackets order. Yeah, I get that. I guess the part I'm confused about is it possible that there could be a multiplication by a division that is not equal to a division followed by a multiplication? That's what I'm wondering, because they seem like those pieces were in different order swapping. And I'm imagining in a scenario where we have it written out left to right, A divided by B times C, or something like that. So yeah, I just want it to be, like I said, I just want it to be, I want it to be unambiguous, and I want it to be simpler. That's what I want it to be. Oops. So for me, you know, for me, the way I do it is I want it to be parentheses, multiplication, whoops, sorry, not parentheses, then the order or the power, like that, and then multiplication, and then addition. That's the rule. I don't want there to be any subtraction. I don't want there to be any division. You only have multiplication of fractions, and you have addition of negative numbers. And then it's that, and it's so much simpler.
And then we also all agree that it's parentheses, order.
Or brackets, whatever.
Yes, or brackets, and then order or exponents.
Yeah.
And then it's multiplication, addition, if we take out division and subtraction.
Yeah. So it's either Poma or Pima
or
this is going to be brackets or Bima or
Boma.
Boma, depending on what you want to use. Or whoops, this should be an A over here. Anyway, it's one of those three. That's what we want to redefine this whole thing as. Or the other one was Boma.
Boma.
Like that. Okay. When I learned this, it was actually brackets of division, otherwise it's left to right. Yeah. I'm with you. Anyway, that's kind of where I want it to be. Somewhere in that
So
space.
wait, if you have multiple things in parentheses or brackets, what is the order that you do them in?
Oh, well, you find your way in. You'll do. That's actually doesn't turn out to be too hard. So it looks like this. If I have, let me get to a new page here.
You just do multiplication and then addition.
Well, yeah, you do the piece. So if I have like something like this, I think your question is, if I have this, and then I have like, A plus whatever, and then I have something inside here, right? And then this might be B plus, and then I might have something in here, right? Your question is like this. And this is times something over here, right? And it keeps going. Is that right?
No, my question is, if I have in parentheses A plus B times C, do I do B times C and then plus A?
Yes. This you do first, and then you do this next. Because we do the multiplication first. We normally do left to right, but if there's multiplication, we say let's do the multiplication first.
Okay.
Right, and to be clear, math is the same when you do the multiplication, right? It's just the order in which these things are done seems to be learned maybe a different way.
Also, if I have, no wait, never mind. I was gonna ask if I have multiple multiplications, which one do I do first? And then I realized it doesn't matter.
Okay. The order of division multiplication order. Okay, hold on a second here. Cyber Angel's coming in with the order of division multiplication doesn't matter. Okay, great. I wasn't sure, and I was like that. I needed to figure it out, but you can figure it out for me. Thanks for that, Cyber Angel. 67. 5 divided by 2 times 3 is the same as 5 times 3 divided by 2. Yeah, okay, fine. I'm going to say yes. Whether you divide by 2 or multiply by 3 first, you still get 7.5. Yeah, but if I multiply the 2 by 3 first and then do my divide, that's the thing that's a little weird to me. I think the thing I don't like about PEMDAS, the MD and the DM being switched, is that it seems to infer that multiplication has priority over division, but I think what it's really saying is maybe multiplication and division. Because if I were to say multiplication is going to happen first, and that first one, the 5 divided by 2 times 3, I would say, well, that's 5 divided by 6, which is a completely different answer from 7.5.
Sorry.
Using bar for division just makes things so much better. I agree with you, Val. That's the thing. That's really what we're talking about. We just switched to the bar. The bar is so much better. By the way, I had this debate with my daughter when I was teaching her math. And she was like, but Dad, I want to write this. I like A divided by B. And I say, no, do it like this, please. Do it like that. It's so much better for resolving ambiguity. Yeah, I absolutely agree, Vile. Awesome contribution. Thank you for that.
Yes, Vile has really helped. And also...
Wait, what did you say, Campbell? I didn't hear you.
Vile has really helped in the understanding and Tempo.
Yeah.
And then also,
Cyber Angel too.
yes, Cyber.
Thanks for that help, folks. We really appreciate that. Okay, what are we doing? We got the scale. We're about ready to end the show. Is there anything else we're going to do, or maybe we just get ourselves a raid going here, buddy?
I think we should end.
Yeah.
Wait, can we see if that worked? Wait, we already saw it. Never mind.
Yeah, we saw that it worked. Let's at least show it, and we'll end with that. I'll get a raid going, Campbell. We'll send everybody out to. Thanks everybody for joining us on this Saturday. We're here every Saturday and Friday. Give us a follow if you're not following. We're writing code in Unity.
So it
C#
looks like it goes outside of the cone, but really it's just the cone.
Yeah.
You stop being able to see it but really the cone also
Nice.
extends.
Can we check in the code? It's the last thing we do, my friend.
Yeah.
So we're getting closer. We're getting closer to being able to draw back. All right. So. Campbell, we broke the code. We did it. I don't know what all this means. It's just a lot of lights. I think we're good. All right, we did it.
Give me lights and I'll be happy.
All right, let's go look over here at Campbell's machine. Let's see what the changes are. Can we click on these?
Yes.
And see what we got? All right. Well, we basically worked on create vector. Worked on create vector. Right? We got the cone oriented the right way, and the cylinder that is going to be the arrow shaft or the vector shaft is the right, kind of the right size, position, and orientation as well.
Yeah, orientation. So. What's great about this though is like if you haven't really been watching the show, you can just come here, see what we've done, and then you don't really have to see
exactly
what we did before on the show.
I'm going to push these changes. I'm going to stage everything there, Campbell.
Yes. Wait. Oh, okay.
And I'm going to commit them, and then if you could bring up the URL out there. Let's see right here. One thing over here. I'm just going to switch over to my machine here for a second. It looks like you're in the same place as I am. Or maybe not. Was that true or no?
No, it wasn't.
Okay, right there. So, is this it right here? Here we go. Look at this. This is a great explanation of it.
Ooh,
oh my gosh. All right, I want to see this. I'm going to watch this. I think currently I need it, kids.
Wait, is Bidmas the same as Bodmas, just with a different word
indices.
for exponents?
Yeah. Indices, orders, and exponents, I think, are the same thing.
Okay, got
That's
it.
what I think. So I think, yeah, this sounds like a great one right there. We're going to rate over at InstaFluff there. Campbell, let's go back. You're going to get us GitHub.
GitHub. Sorry, that's it, not BitHub.
Don't worry, it'll come naturally to you. GitHub, get out over there. Click on visualizing vectors. Grab that. I'm going to copy that and put it in the chat room. So for any folks who are
worked on create vector.
Where's my mouse? Where's my mouse over
So we
machine?
worked on create vector and we got the cone orient the right way.
Right. And you can see where there's
And
that's
the
what we
cylinder that is going to be the vector is the right size, position, and orientation as well.
All right, I just put that in the chat room. Go click on that link if you want to get to that code. I'm starting the raid now. You can go over to InstaFluff. And thanks, kids, for joining us. Thank you, and we will see you.
Oh wait, I really like that it tells you what the languages you do and then
Yeah,
how
you
much
like that?
percentage you do with it.
All right. Okay. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
We'll see you next time. Campbell, you want to hit that titles button for me?
That was a great show.
Oh, that's what's happening. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, you don't want your getting like more getting
I am.
right?
Oh, also,